Good Thursday, everyone. I hope you had a great day. And tomorrow's Friday, so hopefully you'll have a great weekend. Um, Tonight's topic, I decided, because I was hungry, um, I decided to sort of focus on nutrition when it comes to mental health. Um, I know that with a lot of things, you have cravings. And I know that with me, um, I hope it doesn't go out of focus. I know that with me, one of my things that I used to be able to eat and drink, um, and I say eat because there's a lot of food and it has caffeine in it. And I used to have my morning coffee, and I used to have my Coke. It was actually cherry Pepsi, but I used to have my caffeine without any issues. But the worse my mental illnesses got, the worse that caffeine affected my moods and made me super jittery. And I know caffeine can do that naturally with I call them normal people, because I don't see myself as normal. Um, and I know that caffeine can affect people in different ways, but I've noticed that with mental illnesses, caffeine tends to affect you a lot worse. And that's just from my personal standpoint. Um, I cannot imagine having an energy drink. And now that they're transitioning me and weaning me off Xanax and to diazepam, it seems that the diazepam is wiring me to where I stay up for days and then I crash, and it feels good. Not gonna lie. But unfortunately, I slept through yesterday's appointment with my psychiatrist, and that was something I was supposed to talk to her about, was my not sleeping. And now I have to wait until the 5th to see her. It's a couple weeks. It's going to be the same. I'm going to be up and doing what I'm doing. Whatever. I was sorry. I felt really bad because I set an alarm and I slept through it. Nothing. I used to be such a light sleeper, and now I sleep to where nothing wakes me up. We have a puppy, and she can whine, bark, and howl, and I won't hear a thing. And David knows not to wake me up because I'll chew his head off. Because when I'm sleeping like the dead. Unfortunately, fortunately, not sure. I'm just getting really good sleep. The only reason that is because I'm not getting sleep. But we're not talking about sleep exactly. The topic we're talking about led to that, and it had to do with nutrition. And I can't say that I'm not like a nutrition freak. That's not it. I try to limit my sweets. I try to limit, certain foods. I'm not really into a lot of meat. I'm not vegetarian. Hell no. I like seafood, but mostly fish. Shrimp now and then. I used to like it a lot more, and then in my last pregnancy, it grossed me out. Another pregnancy was bananas. I would gag at just the smell of them. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So lately, I was at Subway, and I saw that they had avocado. And then when I worked in retail for a year and a half, I checked out so many people with avocados. And I know my grandma used to eat an avocado every day. But she couldn't taste. She had no sense of taste? So I say, Grandma, what does that taste like? And she'd say, I don't know. And I'm like, okay. So I just kind of always passed them up. I was always curious because I like guacamole. So guacamole chips and sour cream, that's like where it's at. It's so good. So you can get that at a Mexican restaurant. You can probably make it at home yourself pretty easy. But anyway, so I was at Subway and they were making my sub and I saw avocado. And I know for a while they had a big thing, big campaign about avocado. And I'm like, nah, looks pretty gross. So I tasted it and I liked it. And so I went to the grocery store and during my next shopping trip I ordered 2 avocados. And they came and they're round and I'm just like, they're supposed to be kind of oval. Why are these round? And so I just set them up, where I put my vegetables that don't go in the fridge. I have a shelf for them. And I let them sit there because I wasn't sure if they were done, if they were ripe. So then the other morning I'm like, well, I'm going to slice one of these suckers open. And oh my God, I put a little bit of the Himalayan pink salt on because I'm a saltaholic and I'm on lithium, so I have to have salt. It has to do with your kidneys. You have to have salt or else you can have your kidneys fail. And a lot of doctors don't know that. And I would like to make a video on medications for mental illnesses, but there are so many that I really only know about the ones that that was good grammar, that either I've been on or that I am on. So I don't know how successful I would be, but I know lithium is a big one, that you can't have ibuprofen, you can't have Aleve, you can't have anything like that, NSAIDs. You can have Tylenol, but and you have to have salt. And I'm a saltaholic, so it just works out really good. So I salt my salt. The joke is I put salt on my salt. So and maybe that's so you drink more. I really never knew the reason why. I guess I never really asked because I like salt on my salt, so it was never an issue. So I did that, and then we got some sweet potatoes, and I put those in my pressure cooker and ate those, and oh my God, I love those too. Butter and salt. Shocking. My fiance, he put brown sugar, and I'm like, I like brown sugar because I like sweets, but no, I wanted butter and salt. So 5:30 this morning, I must have slept a little bit between here and there. I was watching TV, and I must have slept for a while. So I woke up and it was 5:30, and I'm like, I got those sweet potatoes. I really want to save them for when I make a meal for David and I. Chicken and potatoes and carrots and in my pressure cooker, and I kind of want to save them. But I had 3 of them, and 2 of them are the same size. They're big, and then 1 was small. So I said, I think I'll save the small one for when I make our meal, and I'll make the 2 big ones. I'll eat 1, and I'll put the other one in the fridge. So here I am at 6:15 this morning, eating some nice sweet potato. I have no concept of time, because it doesn't matter. If I have an appointment and I haven't slept, I don't drive. I had to drive the other day, and it was extremely painful. But I'm on disability, and the only time that matters, honestly, is when I feed my bearded dragons. Um, they wake up at 7, and you can feed them 2 hours after they wake up, and so 7, 8, 9. So between 9 and then 2 hours, up to 2 hours before they go to bed, which is 7, because you have to have their lights on for 12 hours. So, if I get up at 11 or 12 for 1 or 2, I have enough time to feed them. David feeds the dogs and cats and takes care of them, so I don't have that. Yeah, I feed David and myself, but there's no time frame there. Sometimes we don't eat until 9 o'clock at night because it's just him and I, well, and the animals. So, but lately, now that I have the pressure cookers, I buy a tray of beef stew meat. It comes in like a 2-pound tray, and I take half and put it in a bag and vacuum seal it, and then I put it in the freezer because we have a huge, it's like 19, I think it's 19.2 or 20.1. I don't know, it's a huge stand-up freezer, and that's just stacked. It's got so much. And then I buy chicken legs. I buy like a bag of chicken legs because they're cheap, because we're on disability and you don't get shit. You're lucky you can make your car payment, and your light bill. I mean, I'm on budget on everything, and it's the way it's got to be. So I think I'm gonna try going back and forth in my chair. Trying to be goofy. I don't want to be serious. I am not a serious person. So anyway, since I got my pressure cookers, I will put, I can either thaw out the beef. It's just beef stew meat. You throw it in there with carrots and potatoes, onions. I buy these bags of little pearl onions. Throw those in there. I used to chop my own onions and chop my own carrots and do all that shit, and then I got really bored with that. My attention span is as long as there. Did you see it? It was there. Then it's gone. I have ADD and ADHD, but if I say, "Oh, squirrel," or "kitty," there really is one there. Okay, most of the time. But anyway, so I still use, fresh ingredients, but it could be dry onion, it could be dry garlic. I have this huge bag of garlic, fresh garlic, and I was using that for a long time. And it's vacuum sealed in the freezer. I won't use frozen carrots because that's just disgusting. I won't use canned carrots because that's disgusting. I have frozen peas, which are good, but I forget about them because they're in the freezer. But I buy chicken. I buy chicken breasts, which I don't like white meat. I like chicken legs. So what I learned to do was, I guess, in this video, not only can you learn about nutrition, you can also learn about how to be a little more frugal. And I've taught myself that because we get paid once a month. I get paid the first, he gets paid the third. Well, by week 3, we don't have, we're really picky when it comes to what we have left to eat. So, it's chicken and chicken and chicken, because the beef is more expensive, so I buy more chicken. But I've been buying the tenderloins instead of the chicken breasts, and they're much better and well worth the extra money. Blah blah. You're learning, whatever. I do Walmart pickup because I don't like people. So, now he's been working on painting the house because our house is really old. We've been here a year. So he's been working on painting the house and doing a phenomenal job. And of course, we have to argue about what color to put where. So we ended up tonight going to Walmart and picking up spray paint on what we want to spray paint the front steps. Hi, Kitty. And she thinks I'm still eating my fish sticks. They're not fish sticks, they're like fish fillets. They're pretty decent. But anyway, so we were gonna go brown on the front steps. And then on the way to get gas, we're going back and forth. Maybe we should go with this color instead. Maybe we should go, and we're going back and forth. And back and forth. And he goes, fuck it, I'm turning around and going back and I'm gonna get that color. You know, because we were arguing about it. And I didn't have my designer brain on when we were at the store. So I chose brown, where we did a dark purple. I mean, it's almost brown, almost black. It's super dark purple. And we did the back door that color, and it looks phenomenal. And then we did part of the front, whatever. So I don't know why this is has tooth nutrition. God, Nancy. Probably size 8. So anyway, yeah, he ended up going back, and I said, you know, there were only 3 cans, and he needed 5 or 6. And I said, don't worry, you know, Menards has the same stuff. So if Walmart doesn't have any more, when we need more, if we need more, we can go to Menards and get it. It's no big deal. So, yeah, he's been working on painting the house, and it's going great. I try not to peek. I wait until, you know, he's got his part down. Right now we aren't really eating, you know, we're talking about nutrition. My bearded dragons eat better than we do. And the joke always goes, the dogs and cats eat better than we do, but these days not so much. But I try. I try to make chicken. I try to make it different. I use different sauces, you know, teriyaki, barbecue, sweet and sour. I use chicken bouillon and beef bouillon, which is good for me because of the salt content, bad for him because of his blood pressure and the hole in his heart. I don't know if I talked about that, but he's probably gonna, well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to have surgery for that. The hole is very small, and they're going to be able to repair it, which is great. He's had 3 strokes. They believe that was the cause of the strokes, which is good to know, because the state we came from ran every test. Well, we thought they ran every test imaginable. Lo and behold, they didn't do an echocardiogram. Huh, imagine that. You know, and that's the one that revealed the issue. But anyway, that's good that we found the root of the issue, the problem. So now we gotta deal with that, and it's just stressful. You know, I'm pretty healthy. Right now my edema in my legs, I've talked about, is slowly going down. The only problem is the tops of my feet hurt really bad. And when he had his surgery 2 days ago, yesterday, 2 days ago, I don't know, when you're disabled and you stay home day in and day out, your day is just kind of, you think it's Saturday when it's actually Tuesday or Thursday, but your days just kind of don't matter. But I wore shoes the other day because I'm like, I can get my foot in my shoes, yay, I can get my feet in. And so I decided to wear shoes, and I had to walk all over the hospital, and it was a couple of hours. So I'm walking here and I'm walking there in shoes, and yeah, I'm noticing that I'm a little uncomfortable, but I'm a tough cookie, so I'll be fine. So I got home, you know, I took my shoes off. I'm like, God damn, my feet fucking hurt. So then today, my feet, and yesterday too, just hurt so bad, and the tops hurt so bad. Yeah, I don't know why. My doctor explained it to me, and I guess I just don't know. I saw her today too. She's a character, but and she's younger than I am, so she's funny as shit. Her nurse though, she's the shit. Oh my gosh, she's hilarious. So anyway, because they always have trouble drawing blood from me, and I thought I was going there for a checkup on my legs, on my feet, on my edema. No, I'm there for labs. Well, they've been trying to call me, but it's automated, so I don't know what the fuck they're calling me for. So I tried to call them back, and like I said in my last video, I think it was, that you get the switchboard, and then you get the department, and that's the receptionist. And then they try to get to the nurse, and the nurse doesn't answer, so you have to leave a message. And then you leave a message, and then the nurse eventually calls you back when it's inconvenient, so you don't answer it. You can't win. So I never got the message that today they were doing labs. So, yeah, they always have trouble because I have fat, rolly veins, and they have a really hard time getting a vein. Luckily, they got one today, and they got the blood they needed, and it was to check a whole lot of things. So I'm gonna get some really good information. Besides my lithium, because when you're on lithium, you have to go like every 6 to 12 months. I think it's every 6 months, depending upon how you're doing and what your levels are. Because they have to be at a certain level between, their levels. So I had to do labs today, so I get to see my doctor and her nurse, and they're a lot of fun. It's a very small clinic, very small, because we were there screwing around, showing pictures, and we were back in the back, and all of a sudden the nurse goes, "Oh shit, I got 3 patients that are coming in. I hope they're not here." And I thought we were in the waiting room. And she goes, and I walked out in the waiting room because I was leaving, and I'm like, "No, nobody's out here." They're just hilarious there. So anyway, back to nutrition. I don't take multivitamins because they always say you'll get your vitamins and stuff through your food. My doctors have always told me it's just a waste. But if you take them and you are strong, you feel like they help you, more power to you. Do what you feel you need to do. I know eating a lot of low fat, but as for your mental health, yeah, chocolate does do you good sometimes when you're down, because they say that there's things in chocolate that certain ingredients, I guess, certain whatever, I can't think of what they call them, but it's like the happy shit. The darker the chocolate, the more happy shit is in it. I don't like dark chocolate unless it's angel food candy. Then I like it. I don't like the milk chocolate. I like the dark chocolate, but that's the only way, I think. But I avoid caffeine. I guess it doesn't really matter because I live the way I do. I always say I drink when I'm thirsty, I eat when I'm hungry, I sleep when I'm tired. I don't sleep because I'm not tired. I piss when I piss, I shit when I shit. It just, I don't go by their recommendations. I smoke. I smoke weed too, but not very often. And I can say that because it's legal in this state. Otherwise, I don't think I'd mention it. But I do it once every 3 months or so because I'm by myself to do it, and it's not always fun doing it by yourself. I don't drink alcohol because it's a depressant, and when you have bipolar or depression and things like that, it's a depressant, so it makes you more depressed. So alcohol isn't something that's really good to do if you have depression and bipolar. Like I said, my bearded dragons eat better than I do. That's okay, because they make me happy. So to me, having living things that make you happy is better than having a refrigerator full of fucking carrots. I just made that up. But it's true. I'd rather have things that I can cuddle. I'm an animal lover though. I mean, it's just me. I rather feed my animals than, I'd rather go hungry than have them go hungry. That's just the way I am. And I'm not going to go hungry anytime soon that I know of. And if you die, your cats will eat you. For real. But here comes the cough. There's that. And then I haven't adjusted because I haven't been sitting much today, so I don't think we're going to be doing that tonight. I don't know, I guess just, do your best at your nutrition. Try to avoid caffeine unless you're used to it and your body can handle it and you can tolerate it. I'm just speaking out of personal, experience. Certain people can handle certain things. Caffeine is just not something that I can handle. What are you gonna do? I mean, once in a while, like if we go through McDonald's and he gets a Coke, oh hell yeah, I'll drink some of that. That's good, and it's fine. There's something about, I'm sure you've heard about that, where like fast food joints do something to their soda to make it taste better. I don't know what it is, but I wish I could do it at home. But I'll get him seltzer water, flavored water that's bubbly, carbonated. That is some nasty shit. I bought him a Soda Stream, and he would go and make that seltzer water. So, that's nasty. It tastes like shit. I hate it. But, I'll drink juice, not apple juice. That will leave you in the bathroom for days. But, I like juice. But mostly I drink iced coffee. I'll brew my pots of coffee and let them get cold. And then I'll take my cup, and then I'll, take my coffee and my coffee creamer and add ice cubes and shake it up, and that's what I drink all day long. Our water tastes like ass. Ugh. And we even have a filter. I think we have 2 filters, and it still tastes like shit. So I used to drink a lot of ice water, and this water here just tastes like shit. So I don't drink it. But I'll drink like Propel. But then I read don't drink that unless you're like exercising because the electrolytes. Don't make up your fucking mind. What's good for you these days? Gatorade leaves the worst aftertaste in your mouth. So I can't drink that. And electrolytes you don't need. So I don't exercise. So I don't like sweating. I despise sweating. So, okay, I guess I just want to talk about, try to focus on your nutrition, because I know that has a lot to do with your mental well-being. And it is what it is. It's your life. Live it as you please. I do. And I'm still mental. It's something you can't change. No matter what medication they put you on, you're still going to be that way. So you might as well just embrace it and live it up. Do what makes you happy. That's first and foremost for me, is do what makes you happy. Yeah, sometimes there's consequences to doing that, but that's the choice you make. We have 4 dogs. People say, what do you need another dog for? Because we fucking want to. Mind your own business. We get really testy about shit. He's, like I said, he's got a rage issue. I'm pretty low key, but you push the wrong button and I'm feisty. I don't fight physically, but when it comes to my mouth, oh yeah, I can hold my own. Whatever. Sometimes I'm starting to wonder why I'm doing this, and if anybody's watching it, and nobody's commenting, so I'm wondering what the hell people's thinking. But at least you know my platform is right, that it's a mental channel and I'm a mental case, and I can't say I'm proud of it, but it is what it is. I can't change it, so I might as well embrace it and educate other people, at least try, and let you know that you're not alone. There's other mental people out there. They're just better at hiding it, or they're ashamed and they hide it, or whatever. I'm not. I've learned that fuck the stigma. Fuck the stigma. I'm tired of people thinking this is my fault. It's not. I finally figured that one out. It took a long time. Should make funny faces? No. Maybe next time. So I'm gonna go because I know David talked about going to bed. I ain't going to bed anytime soon. I'll be up the next fucking 10 hours. I still have one sweet potato because I ate the other one before. So I hope you have a good night. Tomorrow's Friday. I know I mentioned that earlier. Like, I'm repeating myself, so it's time to say goodbye. Oh my god, I'm so weird. And that's one thing I know. I'll mention this really quick. I knew that this was going to be, or I wanted it to be about nutrition, but also sleep. Sleep does really affect your mental state. I say illness, but I'm so sick of mental illness. So sick of it. It's just annoying. But it does affect your mental state. And the less sleep I get, the goofier I am. So is that such a bad thing? The bad thing about that, though, is I pass out. We can just be driving and I'll just zonk. Yeah, I don't even know I do it. All of a sudden he'll be like, honey, why? What do you want? Why are you bothering me? You're sleeping. No, I'm not. Leave me alone. I get kind of testy. And that's just it with sleep too. If you don't get enough, I get goofy, but you also can get ornery. You can get negative things along with that. Probably violent, short-tempered, things such as that. You know what I'm talking about. But I guess you just kind of have to gauge your personality, your mental illness. Yeah, I'm so sick of that. But yet I have a channel about it. Go team. No, I'm just trying to help people, but mostly it helps me. It helps me face the things that I don't want to face. I hate this shit. I cry about this shit. I get really emotional about it because I feel like I'm labeled. I feel like I gotta take this medication in order to be normal. Why can't I just be me? So yeah, I do have a lot of issues, but I hide it behind humor. That's my secret. I'm curious to know, and you can drop it in the comments, do you have a secret way of coping with your mental illnesses? How do you manage to go through life living with these issues? I'm curious to know that. That would be a good topic. So, if you would, I would really appreciate that, knowing. Do you exercise? Do you sleep? Do you eat? Do you do things that, I used to do? I used to shop. I used to spend money, but never on myself. I spend on other people. What are the things that you do to kind of hide, to mask? What mask do you wear? That's a really good question. I like that. Never thought of that before. I'm really glad I did. So maybe I'll make a short on that. I think I'm going to make a short on that. Just so see if I can get some answers out of people and dig a little. So have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a happy Friday, and take care.